What's up, everybody? Back again, Warp Charge Gaming, episode 71. Right now, you got Chris and I holding it down like we do every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hope you guys enjoy the show, and thanks for tuning in. James should be joining us shortly when he's able to jump on. And I think we got a pretty good episode. It's going to be a few talking points and then kind of the random conversations we like to have about 40K in general. Maybe a little Age of Sigmar, maybe a little Kill Team, maybe a little Warcry conversation. That's starting to come up into the equation. Chris, you're in your Knoxville, Tennessee homeland currently, right?
This is accurate.
And I know you'd done some 40K just here over the last few nights. I saw I saw Kevin jumping. He's like, "Where's James?" James is coming there, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. But yeah, you played at a barcade last night. Is that what's up?
Yeah, there's a place called Tokens. It's kind of like they have like PlayStations and Nintendos and stuff, and they were kind of cool to host us because in the local scene, there's not a lot of game stores that are open so late, and since it was also a barcade, they're open until the bars close. We were able to get a game started at like 10 p.m. and still churn it out.
Yeah, and I mean a 6x4 table with some terrain. I saw some LED effects and whatnot. There's James.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
What up, James?
How are you?
I'm great.
Excellent. Glad to have you. Welcome to the show. We're just making sure everyone knows it's episode 71. Looks like we got some people tuning in now. Welcome, everyone. And we do this every Thursday at 9 o'clock. The three of us particularly, with sometimes some guests. This past episode was pretty cool if you guys want to check it out. What's up, Bobby Hall? It's good to have you, man. We had a Nova recap episode. It was the second of its kind, as we did a Nova recap episode last year as well. A lot of fun. And we brought on our friend Jeremy Knox, who got 10th out of about 300 players in the Nova GT, and had a great conversation with him. So I hope you guys go check that out. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and then generally today, I know that I'd like to talk about the ITC app that's came out. That it's been a buzz amongst my local area. The ITC app is super cool. James, have you had a chance to check that out? Chris, I think you have, yeah?
I have not.
It's really impressive. I actually have loaded up a screen share capability for my iPad to be shown on screen. So in a minute here, I'll show and tell for the audience the app there, and you can check it out, James. It's pretty damn impressive. The biggest news of the week, as we like to discuss what's going on here in Warp Charge, is what we've been up to. And obviously, it's typically tournaments. We do 3 tournaments a month. And coming up this weekend is going to be Kill Teams. We're doing the Kill Team Nova format with a few changes. At Nova, they made the Death Denied tactic for Adeptus Astartes 3 CP instead of its usual 2. The internet's been, the community anyways, has been a little bit ablaze about that, and whether that's the right choice. I know Glass Half Dead actually made a whole video on why it's not a good thing and that they should leave it alone. I think it's funny, kind of editing the rules of the game is interesting in itself because this month, for the first time out of our entire year of tournaments we've been doing, we've done, again, one every month for 40K, Kill Team, and Age of Sigmar. We are going to be having a specialized format that's a Highlander format where there's only one of every data sheet and only one named character. All your detachments have to be pure via the sub-faction. It's unique, and I basically came up with a few special, like we actually have it so you can either be teams or not teams. So you can be like a 2v1 battle. But what I'm getting at is that anytime you try to create your own tournament rules, it's kind of like playing God a little bit. And, none of us are the big man upstairs or however you want to conceive that. So usually there's a lot of room for human error or things that fall through the cracks. And Lord knows even GW, the professional game designers that they are, still have all kinds of things jump through the the cracks there. So it's hard enough trying to be the tournament organizer and make that happen. Respect to Nova for believing the 3CP tactic was necessary. At our Kill Team event, it's going to be 125 points instead of 100 points. And we will be using all of the different tactics that are available to a faction. That's another thing that often doesn't have in the Kill Team tournament scene is they don't allow you to use expansion tactics. So we like to just let it all roll through. There's some pretty good stuff, like Tau gets significantly stronger. Typically it's because not every faction has access to these additional tactics as the box sets came out with. But I mean, at this point, we got white dwarf armies like demons without elite options. What up, man? Daniel Booth, he was just here at Battlegrounds. He's already back at home. Good to have you, man. Bobby, but just make sure you take into account demons can only run mono if limited to sub-faction. Oh, that's totally accurate, Bobby. Yeah, we're going to make it that if you run demons, you're either going to be, you can have 3 individual detachments that are pure, but they're going to be a pure Nurgle, pure Khorne, pure Tzeentch, whatever, and there's no undivided action. There won't even be Heretic Astartes in demons, even though the Heretic Astartes will still have access to be able to summon in demons. And that's also going to be a way that you could still break the rule of 1 that is in our Highlander format, is but through summoning. But yeah, I've gotten plenty of, let's see, 125 points in all tactics, how we roll in San Antonio. That's what's up, man. Nice. Yeah, we like to change it up every other event, honestly. I did like the Nova packet with it. It's using the arena secondaries. I'm in a Kill Team TO thread right now with several heads in the scene, and they're trying to come up with some revamped secondaries that create a balanced game for all. A lot of people in the community don't like random secondaries, and that's kind of how the Nova format is. You draw 6 and then pick 3 between the pool of the 6 between the 2 players. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting debate on what is the fairest and most coolest way to play. So stuff and things, but what I'm really excited to show you guys, and I've only been able to send Chris and James some pictures. I really can't wait for you guys to experience what it's like to be in the new studio setup. Guys, it was pretty, as cool as it was before, as cool as it is now, it made everything else seem a little bit ghetto. Like, I love this new setup. I'm about to show you guys. I got to do a little show and tell. I have 7 people's armies displayed on this wall. It took me hours to set up all these models in a beautiful format, and they're all on movement trays to easily be able to take on and off the shelf. It's functional, beautiful, amazing. Let me show it to you. All right, so James, I was telling Chris, I will not have my headphones on, so I won't hear you, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just talk to the audience while I show them this sweet setup, all right? All right, let's get into it. So
George can't hear us now, guys. All right.
I still got headphones on. All right.
Damn it.
So here's a look at what's behind me, friends. Let me take these headphones off and walk you around here. All right, hopefully the camera plays ball with the action here. Unplug this. All right, let's see if we can do this here. Live walkabout of the new studio setup. Okay. Battlegrounds, greatest game store on earth. We're so thankful to be able to be in this store in this way. It wasn't always possible until the expansion. Here's a little FaceTime with me. All right, oh, I was gonna set myself up to be able to see what's going on a little bit easier. Cruise around, close up, there we go. All right, so there's a look at the rig. There's the old double screens. I'm seeing what's going on, but let's back it up, take a good look at this. All right, check it out. So this is what you're at. Notice I'm happy just to see that cloth hiding what's underneath my table. So I got little curtains around my table. If we were looking from the door side of things, here's old Battlegrounds. Here's what it's like. So we got our counter here for our tabletop alchemy products. This is all the stuff that we 3D print in-house and sell here at the store. You can see the big banner that James designed, the Battlegrounds banner there, partnered with Warp Charge Gaming. And then we'll start off here with the old Space Wolf board. You guys haven't got to see this too many. Chris and I did a bat rep on it. But this houses all the Space Wolves. This was made for Adepticon last year. You can watch a lot of video content on that on the road to Adepticon. And of course we got our glass case with some more goodies hanging out next to it with a lot of fantastic painters. There's several commissioned painters that you're about to see on this shelf as we get up close. I just set up a real sweet board today that I'm excited to play on. It's very narrative and fun, trying to get out of the Nova style terrain setup. I made these cool little greenhouses. So inside you got these little biodomes, pretty sweet. This is all by Death Ray Design. They hooked us up with this Forgotten Outpost setup back when we ran one of our first tournaments this year. So I loved, before this table wasn't even oriented in this fashion, it was at a vertical angle. And it's real cool that we turn the rig so now it kind of frames the wall here. Used to be a green screen chilling there, but now we have these huge amount of models on these shelves here. So over here you can see some of the 3D printed terrain we've done. This is Worlds Overrun, one of our supporters there that we have a license to resell their products. If you want any Worlds Overrun stuff printed, we can print and sell that for you. We got our latest Necron commission from our friend Mike, our Patreon follower, who we really appreciate.
What up, Mike? Awesome. Glad to see you joining us.
And just random terrain. The old green screen dice tray, custom made, helped be created by our friend Ice Wolf from the Netherlands. And yes, now let's take a look at some of these models. I'm sure you guys are want to see some of that. I know I would. So we're first off, we got our Tyranid and Colt shelf. You can see Chris's Harridan up top there, painted by the man,
my
the myth, the legend
babies.
himself. His Hierophant, his Hero Jewels. We got 3 up there now on the Hero Jewels there. We got our lovely Tyranids with some 3D printed terrain up in there as well. And then
I
some
love
more
the baby
Tyranids
blue
and some
Tyranids.
Colt. And then we have a whole lot of chaos on this shelf. This is gonna be hard to show you guys. So up top, we got a Gargantuan Squiggoth. Chris painted that for me long ago. Excited to have him still chilling in the studio. I sold him my buddy Dan, who's tuned in right now. We got a Mechadred, a Stampa, some Orc characters, a Scratch-Built Warhound, a lot of corn, my certificates of awards from Nova for winning some Kill Team events, a bunch of World Eaters, the Dreadclaw, Age of Sigmar with the Blood Reavers and the Skull Altar and their Judgments. A bunch of Blood Crushers that I love to play, and Sigmar particularly. Bunch of Ironjaw Orcs down here that are super cool. And we got the new Lord Disco James just sent me. We've shown on the show before. A whole bunch of kill teams, a lot of variety down there. Lords of Skulls, corn, more corn. The old Gellerpox infected and getting into that Nurgle land here. Nurgle. And of course, you're probably catching some of that Slaanesh. Haven't actually ran these guys on the channel too much. I'm just getting into probably playing some Slaanesh. We got Will's army that he's done. All of this purple that you see here is actually all done with contrast paint. This counts as Slaanesh army. All these Drukhari models are actually being ran as Demon Princes, which I thought was super cool and creative of them.
I like Will's army.
Racks here, he actually runs as Demonettes. So these shelves go deep, a lot deeper you might see. For instance, look at the Nurgle shelf here. It looks like there's a few Great Unclean ones, but if you look deep inside, there's actually more Great Unclean ones. There's a Glockkin. There's models on models of dopeness, and I just love it. And then we got we call it the, what do they say, the Fate Weaver redundancy. We got like 4 Fate Weavers over here, no big deal. Yeah, there is a lot of shit. And then hanging out up top here is a fantastic and beautiful Reaver Titan. Gotta love it. We decided we had to put the claw on just for him towering over everything. So he's standing tall and being beautiful and awesome. And yeah, beautifully painted Deathwatch army by Oscar Lars, who I pair up with in all our Age of Sigmar tournaments. Gotta love it. And a cool Shadespire army that James painted a while back. Our Black Templars that Taudark and several of you guys helped make happen. Old Chicken Bone. Haven't seen Chicken Bone in a while. Be cool to see him, guys. But I think that's the gist, my friends. This is a lovely place to be, film and play games. I absolutely am loving it. I would say this main shelf here took about 6 hours in itself, and then we added this shelf, and then we added those shelves, and my computer rig used to be over there. And it took quite a bit of time to just cable manage and bring everything over to here. So that is the gist. I'm in love. Let me see if I can get us back into the show here and put my headphones on. Bear with me 1 second.
All right, everyone stop talking about him.
I am so proud, so happy, and couldn't do it without the community that we have here at the store. All right, that was fun as hell. All right, let's see if I can get back into the show here. All right.
Rejoining. 3, 2,
Bam.
1.
Bam.
We have George.
And bam. And then you guys, I gotta get you guys back. And bam, I did it, okay. And then I gotta put the camera. Hiya. All right, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Things just happen.
We usually
That
keep
was
it.
George's show and tell.
Yeah, we usually keep it pretty static on the talk show, so I hope you guys enjoyed the walkabout there. James, Chris, did you get a good look there while you're trying to be a part of the show?
It
Yeah,
made my heart
definitely,
happy.
Watched it.
A lot of models. Ah. Yeah, it's pretty much heaven on earth. Dan says you're welcome. Yeah, my buddy Dan and Brandon, they spearheaded putting these slat walls up, not to mention having the great idea in itself. Yeah, big appreciation of those guys. It took mad time and effort though, we'll say that.
I'm just happy to see the Tyranid Forge world on proud display because it would have been sitting in a closet otherwise.
Yeah, it's tough to play Forge World. They often hang around. I often hang
Daniel's
around.
the man.
Yeah, it was a great move. It's just so cool to look at. It feels good, and it's going to be great for filming. I can't wait to put some more bat reps down. It's just a lot more ergonomic, if that's the appropriate terminology, to be able to cruise around more efficiently. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks like for filming, man, like it's going to be way easier to film just because you won't be having to go around the trusses and whatnot nearly as closely.
It is so much more comfortable, dude. You could do like 360 wheelies in a wheelchair if you were in a wheelchair and wanting to do 360
Nice.
wheelies. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So so that was fun, and I definitely want to show the ITC app, but I also want to talk to you guys a bit. I guess another thing to mention, as we do every second weekend of the month, is we have our latest and greatest Patreon rewards going out. Congratulations to Ali and Joe Campman, and thank you for the support. They are getting some hookups, a little Battlegrounds shopping spree where we pass on the awesome hookup Battlegrounds gives to us for being here back to our audience in exchange for your support. So if you're interested in how you can get some great hookup on models, then please go check out our Patreon and see what it's all about. We certainly appreciate it and keeps these wheels on the bus, puts some foods in the bellies, and pays the bills where it can. At least even the minimum cost of what it costs to do this damn thing. We're only taking on more expense. From the last couple weeks, we added on, being able to stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all simultaneously. That's another monthly expense that we're happy to be able to do. I think it's really sweet to be able to see everybody communicating between different platforms. Pretty sick. It looks a little lacking in Zangors, Bobby says. Yeah, the Zangors are actually hiding. I actually have gotten 50 Zangors now, but they're all unpainted. So it's a work in progress. What's cool is we're about to have about 20 of those brand new Flesh Hounds, the new Flesh Hound models. My buddy Brandon is getting him, they're all painted up with Karnax. We're about to have some really sexy Flesh Hounds on the channel. Looking forward to that. It's going to be cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I want to make a sweet list with Flesh Hounds. James, is there any 40K list that's worthwhile with a bunch of Flesh Hounds?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like
So uninspired. It was just like, no.
Yeah. Aegis Sigmar
So
is-
like, the only way to like rock them is MSU because they give you a Deny the Witch, so you can go anti-psyker with 5-man units, but ITC doesn't support that. Yeah, they have multiple wounds, so like they give Gangbuster also. Like they're sad in the formats that we currently play competitively.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they were better. I wish they were like they were in 7th. I loved running them in 7th.
Yeah.
They'll have their day in the sun again,
especially
surely.
in the new models, man. The new models are so dope.
Yeah, they are pretty sweet. I got quite a few myself.
All they have to do, James, is they got to give us a Demonkin book, dog. If we could just get Blood Tithes and a Khorne Demonkin, we'd be in the money.
Bro, you have no idea. I dream of these days.
Could you imagine summoning for free with Blood Tithe points?
Dude, don't even give me summoning for free. Give me fucking free rules, bro. Give me free rules. Like, I'm allowed to fight again for free.
Yeah.
Give me, like, I get +1 to wound for free. +1 to hit for free. Like, give me shit like that, and just let me go ham.
Even with the current stratagems, they just hooked us up with, like, if you're a pure Khorne detachment, gain, just like the Red Corsairs, how they can have an 8 CP battalion. Give us something like that for being pure Khorne demons,
Dude,
Be cool.
Something.
I want double movement. I want double fight. I want everything. Give me it all. I want to be immortal. I want to be the one.
Well,
Blood for the blood god.
Right before the show started, Chris mentioned there's a rumor of Tyranids getting a book in November.
Yes.
So where we were like, I was like, nerf, nerf, nerf. I instantly had to retract it instantly though, because how crazy the Space Marine rules are that keep dropping. I guess like Iron Hands or something like that just came up recently as just being ridiculous.
Dude, they look really cool.
Yeah.
They
Apparently,
look really cool.
they're kind of the breadwinners on the amount of stacked rules that they get that they did not have.
Definitely.
So yeah, they're like if the power creep is extremely one-sided to Space Marines, or at least the good guys, the Imperium, then definitely versus nerfing anybody. I just want new books that give us more and more and more.
So And just to kind of clarify on the Tyranid rumor, the reason people are now talking about that as of literally today is on Amazon, they have a release date for a book in November that is the Tyranid. It's a novel, the Leviathan Omnibus, so it's like a collection of stories. But they almost always release these books at the same time as a codex. Like we got a book at the same time for Genestealer Cult that I read and purchased. Great book. I mean, I'm definitely going to buy the novel regardless. But last time they released a Tyranid book, it was also in November, and they like saying things like Nidvember. So, big grain of salt. But you know what? We could have a new Tyranid book. I know we've got Eldar on the horizon. You know, we just had Raven Guard and the other black ones.
Templars?
I guess it was Iron Hands. Yeah. That are getting rules. And, I mean, I don't know if we've super discussed it, but, dude, the Raven Guard, I think they're going to be an awesome counter current meta army based off some of the rules we've seen.
For sure. I'm cracking up. Gary Frank says James is falling asleep, and I was just about to type that James falls asleep when it's too much Imperium talk.
Bro, mid Imperium talk. I was trying to think of like some type of diss, but I couldn't keep it clean. And my mama told me if I can't say anything nice, I'll just keep my mouth closed.
Yeah, there you have it. We almost sparked James's to a peak awareness whenever we were talking about blood ties, but.
Oh, dude, I was so excited. I want free rules.
Yeah.
And just like that, he's back.
Make Soul Grinders great again.
Oh, dude, that would be fantastic.
Soul Grinders, Flesh Hounds, give it. I want it all.
Hey, so I had a package come in the mail today, and I was very excited because I can now play my list that I play tested against orcs. And you had a very similar list, George. And it didn't seem to go as well for you. As
I got wrecked. I got tabled by turn 3 against old Dan.
Oh man,
Dan Booth.
I watched that.
I got wrecked.
Yeah.
That was not the plan. I you know where I totally got wrecked in that game is one, I forgot about the Unstoppable Green Tide. And I left like 3 models left alive without thinking about the killing blow, and he picked up the whole damn unit and dropped it in. That sucked.
So
that sucked a lot. And then I thought I had him tri-pointed, and I was like, I'm in the money. And then he jumped out of the tri-point. I'm like, no, what was I thinking? So, you know, just playing a little loose and free, and hadn't played orcs in a while. And they have more tricks than I had remembered. You know, don't fuck up is pretty important.
Certainly.
Yeah,
so it's my fault, James. You know, lack of skill. I'm definitely not at your level of prowess, so please excuse the tabling.
I got super lucky because those guns, man, those guns are bad.
Yeah.
Like those shock attack guns, not the shock attack guns. What are they? The smasher guns. Those are just so gross, and they just eat away things. And I got so lucky that he rolled really bad on wounding, and I walked away safe. Only lost one rhino, and it was just murder central. And because of that, it was just fun.
Yeah.
Very nice. Fun.
I didn't get to Bloodbath near as much as I had hoped, honestly. You know, another thing I totally underestimated and just wasn't thinking about, I was like, yes, did an excellent tri-point on turn 1. But then I was like, oh yeah, even though he's shoot-a-boys, he's still really good in combat. You know, like, you would tri-point him, but then he would countercharge and just pull you off the board. And I was like, oh, right, that's a thing. Yeah.
Orcs are still orcs.
Yeah. Berserkers, turns out, can't withstand about 30 attacks on an 8-man squad.
Yeah.
I learned. Won't happen again.
I also had a string of games recently. Most recently, I played a very refreshing for me. Where I'm at right now, a lot of the tournaments are at the 1250 bracket as opposed to the 2K. There is also a 2,000 point circuit. Mm-hmm. But I played a 1250 on Saturday, and while I didn't do as well as I would like, I did take home for Warp Charge the Best Sportsmanship Award, which I felt vindicated over because I got a can of primer for it.
Yeah, sure. No, that's cool. How'd you feel about playing at 1250? I've honestly never played an event lower than 2K.
It was really, really cool. All of my games, I went 1-2. All of my games I scored pretty high on. My first game, I went up against a triple Disco Lord list, and I tabled it. Like, I was not expecting to do so well against that list. The Hive Guard did work. Steven into the 40K thread with my opponent. His dice were ice cold, to be fair. Game 2, I went up against Tau. They brought a Riptide and the Flamer Forge World suit, as well as a Cold Star and a Crisis Suit Commander. I was worried about that matchup. I didn't get tabled that game, but I damn near did, and I think that was only like a 2-point game. Game 3, my opponent was Dark Eldar, and I will say, considering how badly the game started for him, like he had a transport explode and kill like a bunch of stuff next to it and stuff like that. He turned it around in a big way, honestly, and I'm sad because I can't remember the guy's name, but he really impressed me. He was an excellent pilot for his list. Like my hat's off to him. A lot of fun.
Sure. I'm just sitting here commenting to old Bobby Herming. I was about to say, I don't know. I've never seen the name, but he's like, if you put the football game on, maybe we could get some viewers. He's like, is there only like 2 people watching this? I think he might be watching on Facebook. But I was about to say, honestly, I really appreciate people watching. It's super awesome. At the same time, I don't give a fuck. Like this is episode 71, bro. Like we do this every week, every Thursday. We do it for the love, and we're gonna keep on doing it. And yeah, hope you enjoy this show, but no judging here. We don't give if people tune in or not, that's their problem. So like respect to you, but fuck you. So yeah, let's talk about the ITC app. All right, so
Getting the nerve.
yeah, oh, fuck, man. All right, so let's take. I don't even like sports, but that's just me. I'm trying to show this sweet app here, but it's being real dumb. Might have to reload it.
That is how you say not a promising first show of the app.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do the screen share thing, so it's playing with a little bit of technology here. I'm about to make it work, though. It's going to be amazing. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right, I think I got it. I'm just going to size it down. And there we go. Okay, so let me show you what this app looks like. All right, so it's on the screen. This is what it looks like on my iPad right now. So I think it's called ITC Battles. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna hit Add a Battle, and it's tight because it saves all your games. So like you can go back and re-reference things. You can kind of keep track of you and your buddies' scores over time, and actually say, okay, I beat you 5 times, you've won like twice or whatever. But I'm just gonna type in George, and we'll put in Chris. We'll make sure Chris loses this simulation. Chris.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
But you can see in the drop down here, they got the different factions within inside. I'll be demons in this case, and Chris can be
loser.
Yeah, Chris can be Tau.
Yo, make my faction corn.
I did barely even put in stuff right, but you can put descriptions, whatever. So I'm gonna go to the pregame, and then right here in the pregame section, you can see you can put the amount of CP you have. So it's kind of being odd. It's not behaving as it should. I don't know if it's me just typing into this thing here. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to put that I got 12 CP. The opponent is going to have 13 CP. And then so here's all the missions, right? So it has the selectable missions. We'll pick we'll go Precious Cargo. And then what's tight in the sidebar there, you can see all rules, missions, secondaries. If I click missions, it shows you all the deployment zones and all the bonus rules. Like the bonus points, everything like that. So you can like roll your D6. You never have to go to the internet. You just have access right here. And so we got our mission picked out. Then in the deployment zones, once again, if we were to open up our sidebar and hit deployment maps, you can see all the deployment maps. My favorite thing is it shows you the shortcuts. Like it shows you that 15 inches is going to be the top of the circle in Search and Destroy. It shows you in Vanguard those measurements everybody tries to remember, the 21.5 and 14.5. So you never have to open your rule book. You can see all of the deployments. You can see the tip of the spearhead is 15 inches. Super useful.
That's so awesome.
So cool. And so I picked my Dawn of War, I picked the Precious Cargo, and now here we can see all the list of the secondary options. I'm just gonna pick some out real quick. Behind Enemy Lines, Big Game Hunter, and we'll say King of the Hill. We'll pick some for our opponent, the Reaper. This is just, both players of course could be having this. But so now if I open up my sidebar, if I'm trying to wonder where those secondaries are, I just hit the secondaries, and now I can see the details to all the secondary missions. Right there, ready to go. If we want to see how pre-game goes, you can just go to all rules, and it breaks down how the deployment map and objectives work, determining the first turn, primary and secondaries. It's all just right there, and that's fucking fantastic. I love it.
Why did this take so long?
I know, it's so good. Okay, so then once you have your secondaries chose out and everything, at the bottom you can see who got first turn. So we're gonna say I got the first turn. We're ready to go. So we're gonna click the next little tab at the bottom and go scoring. And here we can say, okay, during this turn I spent 2, 3, however many CP I put right here. You can see at the top in yellow it says 9 left. As I spend CP, it shows how many CP I have remaining. And then if I gained any CP this turn, I can add that as well. It automatically calculates and shows that, and it helps you keep track of, did you gain a CP in this battle round? Now, for the rest of the battle round, you can see Chris and me, or Gore and Chi, whatever I wrote there, and you can be like, okay, at the end of my player turn, did I get a kill? I'm gonna click that. Did I get a hold? I got a hold. All right, how many kills did I get? You can even put in the number of kills. I'm gonna say I got 3 kills. Did I get the bonus point? Sure. Chris goes, he gets a kill, he gets a score. He got only 2 kills. All right, sweet. Now we can say how many of my secondaries I got. I got a Big Game, I got a Behind Enemy Lines. Chris got a Reaper point. Okay, cool. And now at the end of the battle round, who got the kill more? I got the kill more, Chris got the hold more. We're ready to go to round 2. Right at the top where it says round 1, we select that, and we can drop to the next round or any other round. And bam, it just keeps going. What's super sick is that once you open up the side window there, you can go to your, what is it called? Oh, it's at the very bottom, results. Hit results, and it gives you this breakdown, basically like a score sheet that you could print or turn in, and it shows you your turn-by-turn breakdown of how you scored. So cool, man. And so while you might be in love, check this out. It also has a chess clock in it. And so you go to your chess clock here, you go to your add, and I'm gonna say an hour and a half each. So hour and a half, hit add, and now we have a chess clock shared between both players, and bam, it shows the players' names. Not only is it a chess clock, but a chess clock that's named for each player, so you're never getting confused on who it's on. Just built right into the app. So amazing.
That's actually how I found out about the app, is somebody was telling me, hey, there's a new app with a chess clock. Like, they weren't even framing it to me as like an ITC app. I was like, oh, that's cool. Dude, and I was like, wait, this is so much more. Right
here in the app, they have the chess clock rules. Not even going to the internet. I'm looking at the chess clock rules that are in the ITC page. That's like several, like searching around on the ITC page to find the chess clock rules. They got your code of conduct, how you're supposed to behave in a battle, the tournament format and any FAQs. They have links to the GW FAQs right within inside the app. Freaking-credible. So I love it. It's fantastic. We can go to the results, see the breakdown. And then every game you play is saved. You can delete the game or whatever, but you can keep records between your friends. I just think that is just fantastic, dude.
And this is the ITC app, which is available on Android and on Mac format.
Okay, good. I wasn't 100% if it was on Android or not. I believe it's called ITC Battle.
ITC Battle.
I'm about to double check. ITC.
Dude, you gotta post it in the chat everywhere.
Make this thing standard.
Yeah, it's called ITC Battles. That's pretty incredible, right, James? Have you seen that before? You're downloading now, aren't you? You're downloading, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, I knew you were. It's so cool.
Oh, yo, James, what was that model you were trying to show when George had the thing up?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I don't know. I saw a wing poking out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I think I actually might have an image of it if it's what I think it is.
I have no idea, bro.
It probably was a Scar brand. But James, I do have an image of this sweet thing you painted. I'm gonna throw it up on screen. What is this very sick dinosaur guy?
Dude, I don't know, man. It's a dinosaur.
He's a Sephiron from Age of Sigmar, but what is Ali gonna run him for?
Nothing. He wanted him to put in a cabinet.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow, saucy. He needs to make an Age of Sigmar army, man.
That's cool.
ride dinosaurs.
It's so cool. They're dinosaurs, for God's sake. You said you'd like to paint some more, yeah? You had fun painting it?
Yeah, dude, painting dinosaurs is fun because they're dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like the dinosaurs, like dinosaurs, dragons, demons. They're fun.
This definitely makes sense to me.
Dinosaur.
I'm just reading the comments. Caesar's all like, "Oh shit, I just dropped my load, bro," and then Bobby All's like, "Fuck."
Load dropping.
It's called ITC Battles, friends, and it's on Android and iOS. I think it is a fantastic app with pretty much everything you need to play the ITC format and be engaged with the most universal tournament system I think's out there, really, for the tabletop wargaming. I really want to play Age of Sigmar with the ITC format. Age of Sigmar is, I love the Age of Sigmar missions that are in the General's Handbook 2019, but I sure would like to try playing the standard ITC format.
Do it.
Isn't it the same missions?
Yeah, they're the same missions. I've just never played Age of Sigmar with ITC missions, and I think it'd be really interesting.
No, but I think Age of Sigmar ITC missions are the same as the book ITC missions, or book Age of Sigmar missions.
Oh, are they?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
I could totally be wrong. I've never played Age of Sigmar, so
Right.
don't listen to me at all.
It's hard to figure out. Like whenever I look at the ITC page and try to understand the Age of Sigmar version of the ITC rules, it always just seems like they are just the standard 40K version of the ITC rules, and they translate fine. Like you could totally play the same missions in Age of Sigmar. There's not anything that's related to shooting only or like 40K-esque models only. I've just never tried it. I have a Kill Team Escalation League starting on the 30th. Definitely going to use this badass app. Hell yeah. I have it. Oh, Kill Team Escalation. Okay. I was like, the ITC format isn't necessarily. It's another thing. I haven't tried the ITC missions with Kill Team. That could be interesting.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. Could definitely be interesting. But yeah, that was some of my favorite topics to talk about. We talked about our awesome Patreon supporters and how they're about to get paid out at the shopping spree at the greatest game store on earth here at Battlegrounds. We showed off the cool studio and showed the ITC app. We showed James's dinosaur. And
Dinosaur, bro.
yeah, Chris played some games. What have you been up to this week, James? It's been we've been pretty distant as we've all been doing our thing.
I painted a dinosaur.
yeah.
I'm painting Scar. I built and almost finished Scarbrand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, very pretty.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
And
cool.
then,
That is cool.
And then plan after Scarbrand is to finally finish this Chica.
Gosh, she is
And
massive.
then, yeah. And then probably get started on a big night. I got this guy. I've been adding layers on his guitar.
Dude, his wings are dope.
I dig it.
What wings are those?
Yeah. They're from an old Fantasy Dragon.
From? Oh, wow. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So, do some
High
bass
elf
work,
dragon wings.
making bases, doing bass work. I'm just doing things, man.
I know. Dude, you got that Karn gun somewhere nearby?
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
Dang. Yeah, we're printing out a full-blown cosplay outfit of Karn the Betrayer. Or is it Destroyer? The Betrayer?
He,
The Betrayer.
he does all. He does it all, dude.
He does it all.
It's true.
He does it
He
all.
betrays, he destroys.
He destroys.
Yeah. But yeah, full-blown wearable outfit. Gonna be cool.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet, dude.
Speaking of big nights and whatnot, that's actually something, I know I mentioned it in 40K thread, but with all the new Marine stuff, not to keep recycling back to the new Marine stuff, I think so far my favorite thing that I've seen, the Raven Guard, super interesting, I think, in terms of shaking up the 40K meta. I mean, Iron Hands seem to be one of the more hailed as winners, but they can get a whole detachment of +1 to hit and wound against characters. So that gets really interesting when you factor in that a lot of people running knights at the moment are character knights. Additionally, like with Tau being as dominant as they are, like with the double Cao Yan with Shadow Sun, just like some general points, I think that's going to be kind of a really weird shake-up army. I think you may see a lot of, not Black Templars, Raven Guard.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just waiting for more Marines at the table because Berserkers love Marines.
Yeah.
They go
Yeah, they
crunch,
do.
crunch, crunch, crunch.
You know, one thing I'm happy about, like as much as like cool Space Marines are getting some cool new toys, and like Raven Guard's gonna be good, Ultramarines, White Scars, all that business. What makes me happy is apparently, and I haven't read too closely, but if their army is not one pure Legion, they don't get their Legion abilities, right?
No, they get the Legion abilities. They don't
They
get the
get-
doctrines. They have
Yeah.
to be a full army of Space Marines to get the doctrines.
They can be three different sub factions within inside their army, but they
No, I think it has to be the full Legion. I think you're correct with that, but it's the
okay.
doctrines. You still get your Legion trait no matter what.
Well,
Yeah.
what's the difference between doctrines and Legion traits?
Bonus rules, bro. That's what I was talking about. I want free rules.
Think
They
Okay.
get
about
free
it.
rules. I want free rules.
It's kind of like you'll still have your chapter tactic as your Legion rule.
Uh-huh.
Like you get that regardless if you are pure Marines or not. This is almost like a bonus chapter tactic, like a second chapter tactic for being pure.
Okay. Okay.
Like an extra AP or an extra like reroll something or an extra do this.
Okay. So it's
Oh, yeah.
it's not completely restricting someone. They could choose to opt for having kind of more of a mixed army and say screw that extra doctrine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. It seemed from my quick cursory glance of the rules that you could almost make a better army making your own sub chapter than you can just playing any given one.
But you do not get any doctrines. But
Yeah.
I like the idea of making your own type of chapter that is a supreme command and making superheroes out of that chapter. Because you get to pick like the prefix and suffix of what benefits you get. So you can get like a 6-inch heroic intervention and be able to fall back and charge. So you just get a bunch of dudes with jump packs and you just throw them in there and they can just start jumping over lines, heroically
Ping
intervene.
pong.
Yeah, like you can just make some cool stuff, however you want to mix it up, and like it's just like one detachment that could just be super specialized, and I really do like that aspect of it.
Yeah, me too. And you gotta hope that we'll get that for Heretic Astartes for sure. That would be
just want free
that'd
rules,
be sweet.
bro.
Yeah, new
Give me
rules,
free rules.
new rules, more rules, all those things.
Just free ones.
Yeah, free ones.
That's the dream.
Summoning's free again.
Dude, no, I don't even need more models, man. I just need like free feel no pains, free like rerolls, free like things I would use CP on. I want that shit for free, and then I have CP.
Nice.
I wonder if they'll make any more trending of let's make everything cheaper so people have to buy more models, but we'll be happy because everything's cheaper.
Oh, actually, speaking of cheaper, I think early in the show, Bobby Halls asked, when we expect the FAQ to show up.
Last year, this time, it showed up the very last business day of the month.
Okay.
Of this month? Of September?
Yeah, of September.
Oh, that'd be because the FAQ, it comes right after Nova typically in Adepticon.
Yes. So look towards the end of the month.
I wonder from the last FAQs, I guess the last big FAQ was where they said you could with the fly keyword they allowed you to charge over models again, but not over buildings. I remember that.
Yeah. So the new rumor that everyone says is no longer rumor but confirmed by playtesters is everyone will be limited to just 3 flyers maximum.
Oh.
So no matter how you bring your flyers, it's only going to be 3 flyers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There's been a lot of bitching about Tau. Surely Tau is going to get a little bit of a hammer.
I haven't heard any other squeaks out that have been confirmed, but that's and to say confirmed, I have no idea what the fuck that means. I'm just literally talking out of my ass.
Yeah, we're just basically saying whatever we can possibly say.
No, I mean I'm repeating what someone else
Yeah,
said. You know?
regurgitation. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I try to make up as much as I can every other moment. This whole
Gotta add inches. You always gotta add inches, dude.
right.
Even when she has the ruler out, be like, "No, it's a fake ruler. It's really 6 inches, not 4.5."
Yeah. This is this whole show is about sabotaging our audience to have fake news and false information.
Dude, we're just trying to follow suit with the current climate. There's a bunch of fake news.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
I just saw Bryn Matthews out there. Good to see you, man. Bryn, your chitin did fantastic. I don't know if I got a chance to tell you again, but man, he did great at NOAA.
Dude, thank you so much, man.
Looked
You took
beautiful.
many skulls.
And
Many skulls.
What a pretty model.
Bryn, of course, painted it. Seek Revenge Gaming is his painting service, and
Dude, it was beautiful.
it really was. The base was off the chains as well.
Many pictures were taken.
Many, indeed. Yeah, and hey, Dwight, how you doing? I just saw Those Once Loyal as well, my buddy Ryan. Ryan, you better make it to the Kill Team tournament this weekend, and we need to play some games in general.
If we don't, someone's gonna hold your dog hostage.
Yep. Oh, you know what's super cool is we actually got those finally from GW. We got the Kill Team OP kit. So we got these like the sweet Kill Team medals. So they're really nice. They're really cool. I'm looking forward to it. Another thing is we're going to be doing our first Warcry event at the store this month, and we got a Warcry OP kit or organized play kit that came with a bunch of beautiful medals from GW. GW started a trend back in the Warhammer Underworld days when it first kicked out, and they put out those sweet glass trophies. And they also have these very nice medals that they send out to stores now for Kill Team and Warcry. And I want to try to win one. I know that. Yep. I'm getting ready to try my first game of Warcry this weekend.
Squawk.
And as a matter of fact, what's exciting, I think, is that we're getting ready to start a new episode on the channel where we kind of consistently do this thing, and it's going to be every Sunday at 3 to 4 is going to be the time we launch live, and we haven't got a full name yet. I'd love to hear some names if you got some, but like, it's going to be Challenger's Choice. So we're going to find somebody to play on each Sunday, and they get to choose either Warcry, Kill Team, 40K, or Age of Sigmar, and we're going to stream between 3 and 4 every week. We're trying to try some consistency and see if we can work with those algorithms a little bit and launch a stream every week at the same time. And I want to call it something like Challenger Sunday. We got the Bloody Sunday Brawl. We got the Sunday Showdown.
Dude, I think you just nailed it with Challenger's Choice, bro.
Challenger.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wanted to put Challenger in the word, but it seems like Sunday Showdown is starting to get more traction from others.
Dude,
Something,
I don't
something,
care
Battle
about
Dome.
Others' opinions, you know?
Right. Right. Right, okay.
Like, we lead, not follow.
Roar.
Yay, those ones Loyal's going to make it. That's awesome. Have to get him on stream.
Ooh, Ryan's L.
Your dog's safe. I don't know what to say.
Connor, the Highlander tournament is going to be 2,000 points. So, yeah.
Crazy, bro.
Yep.
Crazy.
Seems
There
like
can
it's gonna
only be one.
There can only be one.
That's
or two if there's partners.
That's what's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
There can only be one. I think if it's partners, you gotta then take your 1,000 points, duel each other off because there can only be one.
Oh, man.
I think that
Fight
needs
to
to
the
happen.
death.
It's respectable.
Like, dude, there can only be one. Like, when it all comes down to it, you might have to chop off your master's head.
Who is the Highlander?
That's fair. That's fair.
It's just 1,000 points versus 1,000 points.
You
How
could.
long can that take?
I could even just throw down and say, okay, for whoever breaks the most expensive model of theirs on the table wins.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to see someone smash something with a hammer. I don't know.
But dude, what if they just have like a giant cultist army and like they have like
Ah.
they got Lord and they're just like, okay.
I guess they got to smash a whole bunch of cultists.
Dude, you said most expensive model, bro.
I did.
They're smashing a Lord, dude. And that's it.
So they go and they smash all their cultists, and then I'm like, I said model. They're like, what? Oh man.
Should have read the rules.
Yeah. There can only be one, bitches.
There can only be one.
Oh, good times. But yeah, looking forward to all the many things coming up. It's going to be quite fun. I'm looking forward to Warcry, but this upcoming Sunday is going to be the first Sunday challenge or Sunday showdown.
Dude, I really hope someone takes a super chicken to your event.
Super Chicken?
Go Super Chicken.
There can only be one named character, so I mean, it's balanced, right?
Yep, it's one super chicken, bro.
It's going to be fine. I'm going to bring Chris's Herod in and call it a day.
Ooh, that's a Super Chicken.
That's it, dude. Just one 2,000 point model. There can only be one.
Yeah. How well would I do, Chris? Walk me through it.
Well, the problem with the Harridan is that he would need like 3 times his current wounds to be worth his points.
Oh.
There can
yeah.
only be one.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yep. You heard it here first. There's a model on the shelf. There can only be one. You gotta run it.
Nice. Cool. My man Connor said he
man.
might try to make it. You guys, if you check out this, we had a bat rep earlier this week where I played Connor for the first time. Join us here on the chat. He brought his old school Eldari to the table. It was pretty cool.
Those were cool to see.
It was fun. And I appreciated that he was playing a single sub-faction there. I think he was a Latok army-wide with an Avatar of Khaine. It was a pretty fluffy list, and we brought the Space Wolves up against him. I did double Lucius pattern drop pods with Relic Leviathan Dreadnoughts inside.
You dropped them all turn 1.
Yep.
Screwy.
I have been breaking the rules because officially Forge World drop pods and Heretic Astartes drop pods do not have access to the turn 1 deep strike or the breaking of the tactical reserve rules. But I think it's really dumb, and I've been doing it anyways. So,
Jeez, this
Yep.
guy.
Yep.
yep,
That's George.
Yep.
Everyone knows it now.
yep,
That's George.
yep.
Can't win a game without cheating.
All out. If anyone brings a Dreadclaw or a Lucius Pattern drop pod to the tournament, I will absolutely allow them deep strike
Wait.
again.
Wasn't there some smack talk at the beginning of the show about playing God?
Crib this.
I like to call it a Carabidus. Carabidus.
All right, chant it out, dude. Chant it out.
Carabidus.
See, it doesn't chant as well, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. You just got to chant well.
That's pretty hard, yeah. Dreadclaw. There we go.
That's put 20 berserkers in one of those things. Drop and turn 1 would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I forget that's the difference between the Carabidus and the Dreadclaw is a capacity of 10 versus 20.
Yeah, bro. And not only that, but like it's got guns and it does mortal wounds and stuff.
Yeah, it has its jet engines. It can you can basically fire those pistol jets off, which is pretty sweet.
Dude,
You know, also, dude, that thing has like even the Dreadclaw at 115 points. That thing moves 15 inches, charges, and then it has like 4 attacks that are strength 6 -2/2 damage on 3s.
sounds fantastic. I need to add it to the shopping cart.
That is not bad. Just give us the damn drop pod assault rule like everyone else.
Yeah, it all comes down to that because running berserkers across the table and rhinos is ridiculous when there's smasher guns out there.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. It just takes one gun
Yep.
just to blow up a rhino 3 times over. And it's so bad because then like the next gun kills the entire unit of berserkers.
Yeah, you know, if you watch the latest bat rep, you can actually see that in action. I get wrecked.
Oh, dude, it happened to me. I got lucky a turn and it didn't work because
Yeah.
it's orc shooting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They don't believe in their shooting and it doesn't work. And you skate away and they're like, oh my god, nothing happened. And you kill a bunch of this stuff, but all those guns are still there, and then it works, and all your shit dies. Just all of it.
Yeah. Those ones, Oil was asking if doesn't the Dreadclaw like eat the guys inside. I know that it at least like can regain wounds if it causes wounds to the enemy. I don't think it eats your own people, but I forget about the big guy, the Carabidus.
Some Hellforged ones do. When you
Yeah.
exit, you have to roll like as if it blew up.
To see if it eats him. Yeah.
Yeah. But if it eats it, it gains a life.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, wounds not lost, bro.
Dude, I wouldn't
Just
mind.
transferred.
If I was running the 20-man capacity, I wouldn't mind putting in like a unit of 10 cultists in there because I hate losing berserkers to the damn.
That's a good move, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Knowing that could potentially blow up, and then if it doesn't, you could have literally cultists cruising around in that bitch. So when they blow it up, you still have something on the objective.
Yeah. What about this? This is something I haven't looked too deeply into the rules of, but it came up in a game that we were curious about. So you drop a drop pod in, right? And then, let's say the Eldari, they have forewarning where they can, something that arrives from reserves, they can spend a command points and be able to shoot at it as if it was their shooting phase. So
Yeah.
when they do that, do they have to do that at the drop pod itself before you disembark from it? Or they get to do the forewarning once you drop the pod and then disembark?
The pod.
The way I believe it's been done, it has to be the pod.
Yeah, that's what my buddy Connor was saying in our game too, but I didn't read the rules close enough to see if there actually was a good wording on it. I think that you're accurate on that, but interesting thought. Oh, cool. Poxa said he's trying to make the Highlander event too. Great, great. I hope to catch you, man. The very next day, if you're into Warcry, we're going to do the Highlander tournament on the 21st, and the 22nd, we're going to do our first Warcry event, so that'll be pretty fun.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. It seems super easy, Warcry. Like, I was learning about it today. You do not even, like, roll saves, dude. Like, you're like, okay, there's never a 2 up to wound, or there's never a 6 up to wound. It's always either a 3, 4, or 5. And like your hit and wound roll is the same roll. So if I'm strength whatever and you're toughness whatever and I need a 3 to hit, or whenever you roll to hit, you're asking their toughness. And if you get it through, and there's not even saves. So like if I require a 3+ and I make my 3+s, those go right to damage. That just is the damage of the weapon you take. So it just cuts out a lot of steps. There's not like to hit, to wound, to save. There is no saves. There's no charging, no 2d6 charge. You just if you can move within range of combat, then you're in range. And like every model, it takes 2 actions. So you get 2 different actions. You can like move and then fight, or you can move and then shoot, or you can move, or if you're already in combat, you can fight. So I'm interested to try it out. It's pretty interesting. What's the chat saying there?
Ryan is saying that Connor is the kind of person who likes talking about using forewarning and never doing it.
He's a coward. Yeah, Connor's a coward. I don't know if you ever. Yeah, he takes a really long time to make decisions. It's a good. Love you, Connor. Coward. Oh man. Yeah, Connor,
sneaky elf.
He used to play more games on the channel, but coward and all.
Ooh, we touched on a lot of new releases. Eldar are probably getting redone. I've heard from the grapevine that pre-orders for them probably go up the 21st. Now, once again, this is hearsay. I've heard from other people, but
do we think it's a whole new codex, or is it just their supplementary campaign style book, the Psychic Awakening campaign?
So the reason I feel like it's a new codex, and I could be completely wrong, is because some of the rules they teased for the new Exarch model, they don't refer back to a special detachment keyword like we've seen in the prior specialist attachments. It is literally just a brand new set of rules and a new stratagem for the Exarch, as well as a new weapon profile. So if it is a new supplement where it's just specialist attachments, it definitely has some pages of full rules for specific models.
Okay. Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely don't like Eldar getting any additional benefits, but exciting for what's to come for the rest of us. Without the ones that don't have pointy ears and are cowardly bastards.
Woo!
We need line of sight for our powers, okay? Or we don't cast them at all. Because,
Oh, dude, I don't participate in the psychic phase or the shooting phase, but I don't get 2 fight phases.
Man.
My bro Cedro, Eldar rules. Cedro, damn it, bro. I thought we were homies. And then Connor, oh yeah, there probably is a lot of pointy-eared, cowardly lovers out there. We get it. This trifecta here does not much love for the Eldar.
No.
It's only the Eldar, the fish people, and the loyalists. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody else is cool.
Everyone else is valid, dude.
Chaos for life. Oh man, or bugs. As long
robot.
as they will have 9 flyers more. Man, I do like I don't know. I don't really. The whole 9 flyer thing versus being restricted to 3 flyers, that feels a little heavy-handed. That's a pretty big swing.
You're heavy-handed.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where anytime they make such a sweeping change to the overall format, it kind of is one of those things where the player base has to kind of clench a little bit and be like, is this too much?
Yeah.
Hey, we can all adapt.
We can all adapt.
I agree.
For the love of God, give fortifications a freebie entry.
Oh my God. Please add fortifications to some kind of detachment. The current system is so bad.
Even if they do it, I'm still not going to run one. I'm just going to feel
I
better.
agree.
I'm just going to
Exactly.
feel better. Assholes. What were you going to say, James? You had anything on your mind there? Flyers. Adapt. No big deal.
It's all simulation. None of it really matters.
Right. You are the spoon. Be the spoon.
Hey, the odds are we're all a simulation.
That's yeah. You're there. It's your world. I'm just living in it.
There's
40K is
literally
a simulation.
there's only one world that was real. All the other worlds are simulations, bro. There's nothing after it.
See, it's like the layers of an onion.
I'm more like a cake. I don't know.
Okay. Some apple pie, motherfuckers. All right. Well, I think we've reached. Yeah, we have reached an hour. Let's see what those ones Loyal just threw out. What other armies run more than 6 flyers though? With all the, yeah, I feel you. That's fair. I don't really see it as a problem. It just feels like a damn like we don't have a better way to deal with this. So let's just say 3 flyers only. Like it seems just like not very creative. I like it when they bring up a more subtle rule. That like, oh, I didn't expect that, but it still handles the problem. I like it when they do that. And this is like blunt instrument style.
Ryan, my issue is that I wanted to see someone run 3 Fire Raptors and 3 of the Stormhawk gunships.
Sure.
Just because it would make me sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want you to be sad, Chris.
Yeah. People have been playing that Aeronautica game around a little bit. I haven't got to check that out myself. It's kind of weird that it's only like Imperium and Orcs right now, with more factions coming. If they put Helldrakes in that game and I can take down flyers and hand-to-hand combat inside of a dogfight, then I probably will definitely want to play. But
And who's gonna build those little tiny Helldrakes?
well, you are, my friend. Come on, brah.
It'll be like Hellcrows as opposed to like.
Yeah, it'd be great. Bring back the old epic Chaos Flyers. Yeah, that'd be totally cool. I would definitely dig that. But yeah, man, I think we've hit this hour mark. It's been a great time. We've got a lot of cool people that have been tuned in, having a good time with us. I would really like to see everyone's awesomeness joining us, except for that one guy who was talking about us like putting sports on or something.
Sports are cool.
Still salty. But yeah, it was a good show, good times. We do this every Thursday, and hopefully this Sunday is the very first Sunday showdown. Between 3 and 4 is when we'll launch the live, and every week it'll be just something different. If you yourself are out there in the world and want to challenge me on a Sunday, it's dealer's choice. You pick the game you want to play, 40K, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, or Warcry, and we will throw down to our heart's content, and it's going to be awesome. So look forward to seeing you guys there. Hopefully you jump in live with us each Sunday for those. We'll be back next week. Tomorrow I'm going to play some music at a tattoo convention. That's going to be fun. Do a little DJing. Yeah, going to throw down. If you guys want to ever check out some music, I do have a SoundCloud and things like that, and I can hit you up. The artist name is Akasha, PLFRVA. You can find it. But yeah, everyone, thank you for tuning in. It was good to have you. Elia, thank you. You're welcome for the stream, and thank you for tuning in. Cedro, cool to be having you here. My brother from another mother, Poxus, those once loyal, Bobby Halls, Connor, all you guys. Good to have you. And keep taking fun seriously. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.